So it's the Brickbottom morning show. I'm testing this out to see if this is working. I have it plugged in, and at 9 o'clock the show will officially start, but I'm just seeing if this works. Now, does this alarm work? Where's my alarm? On. This came from the pre-BBX. I don't know if this works or not. Does the alarm work? We'll find out if the alarm works or not. Why do I keep doing this? Okay, let's see if it works. In a few minutes it should ring if it is working. On, off, Sterling and Noble. So we'll see if it rings. It'll make me crazy. So one of the things that I like about this particular platform is it allows me, the guy in charge, to sort of easily decide how I want the thing to be set up. And I can invite people and remove people, and rather than this Zoom, which ends up when you have way many people on the Zoom, it looks like the Brady Bunch had children. You've got way too many little squares going on, and this one, it's great when it's two talking heads chattering or two workspaces working. Sometimes I'll be drawing, here's my hand, and I'll be drawing something here, and a friend of mine, another artist or calligraphy, will be drawing something over here. And we chat to each other as we are drawing. We talk about art, we talk about calligraphy, we talk about pens or whatever it is. And people in the room that are watching us can chime in, they can write comments in the text part, and we respond to them if we see them. I can switch modes easily by pressing a button or two on my device. So it's really easy, I think. Now, generally, when I'm talking with someone on StreamYard and I'm trying to convey actual information, I prefer to limit it to 2, 3, or 4 people so that people don't turn into little tiny heads in the distance. And not that we're talking about their faces, we're talking generally about art or showing things that are actually worth seeing rather than just a head. So if there are too many little grids, you can't see what's going on. So I try to limit my demonstration kind of things to be fewer than many. But I think for the BAA, for gallery talks, for people giving a tutorial in how to apply watercolor washes, let's say, or how to calligraph a certain letter a certain way, or how to mix paints, or showing the process of how you do something would be of value to our followers, maybe. I'm thinking also this can be great fun later on. I'm going to be repeating things, I'm sure, but I think this might be great fun where you have sort of a debate between two people that have differing views on realism or a certain kind of art school. Um, it might be someone who, let's say, hates photography and doesn't believe that photography is a worthy art form, and there's someone that believes photography is great. Well, it might be fun to have this little clash of ideas. Um, so I don't know. I think this platform has wings that can work well. God damn it. Yes. Every people that know my streams know that I say God damn it at least once. People that follow me say things like in the comments, I waited 16 and a half minutes before you said God damn it. But once I said it, it was fine. So I'm gonna, right now I have my iPad is what I'm using to film this. And I can switch the camera to see my pretty face. Let's see if I can do that. Front camera. So now you see my pretty face and my pretty ceiling. And the last thing you need to see is my COVID hairdo. So let's go switch the camera back. When Charles signs on shortly in 15 minutes, we'll start with our talking heads and then we can move toward other things, I think. So let me just go back to the other way. Back camera. Now, one of the things that you can do with this, you can watch these live streams on your phone. You can participate using your phone. It's very, very simple to use. On my broadcaster, I'm the guy in charge because this is someone has to be in charge. There has to be a host. And this is me being the host today. The BAA's official YouTube host person may be the same person. Maybe it's Charles all the time. Maybe Charles will relinquish the hosting to someone else, or it's a round robin sort of thing. We have to have access somehow to the YouTube account, I think, for the BAA, but that's bookkeeping that the BAA board has to come up with. But at some point in the future, something like this can be found on the Brickbottom Artists Association YouTube page, which I think right now is empty of material. The our newest neighbor just subscribed to my channel, so maybe she's watching right now. Alexandra, are you here? Alexandra just moved into Bill Gilligan's space on the third floor of the cannery, and it is from her. She has a little mini BBX outside her door, and I saw this and I left it there, and I saw it the second time and I left it there, and I finally grabbed it and put a battery in it, and it's now presumably working. So this is the official clock of the Pierre Gustafson YouTube channel. And maybe in a few minutes the alarm will ring, though I'm not sure that it works. We'll find out if it rings. It works. God damn it. I'll have to change my pants now. God, that was a surprise, even though I knew it was happening. It was a little louder than I thought it would be. That's like belongs on the fire department wall. So anyway, at some point, something like this can be happening in on the Brickbottom YouTube page. So again, I think it's easy. And if Pierre Gustafson, who doesn't understand, how a cell phone works, or, I'm a Luddite from way back. If I know how to use this thing, I would think all of you people should be able to figure it out. There's a little tiny bit of a learning curve, but what I'm doing right now, you can't see. What I'm doing right now is I'm inviting people to join me. So I click a little button, it invites you, I paste it to the comment section, and now you can click that link that you see on the comment section, and it will open up a thing, and you will go to its link to a StreamYard site, I guess, on Chrome or Safari, and you will follow the directions and you can join us, join me, join Charles and me, if you want to. So I don't know who's in the room, if anyone's in the room. There's one person, I think, in the room. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to copy this link and post it to Facebook. And we'll see if we can get anyone here. So how do I do that? This is how I do it. I go to my YouTube channel. I go to my channel. I see my live broadcast here. I open it up. Then you hear echoes, and I go, how do I tell people to go here? This is why I keep on forgetting how this works. There we go. That's what I want. Share, copy link. So it's copied. And now I go to the Facebook page, the Brickbottom Facebook page, and I go to the Brickbottom page. Here we are. And Fountain Pens Brickbottom, write something. Now live, join me. And then I click paste this, and I post it. So now if you're on the Brickbottom Resident Owners Facebook page, you can see this announcement where you can click on that link. It'll bring you to the live chat, and then you can click on and join. Lois is here. So Lois, I'm going to invite you in, and you may not stay. Once I get Charles, I might move you out and move Charles in, but you'll be here for the moment. There you are.
There I am. That's fine.
Okay.
Here I am in my bedroom.
Your new house, I know. I've got window envy.
Yes, we have quite the windows. And there's
view
Bill.
envy.
There's Bill.
Oh, hi, Bill.
I'm so glad to have someone invited to our bedroom. What's going on?
What was that?
Well, he didn't know I was doing this.
I see. So
I was on I had on the I had on the earbuds, so he couldn't hear that I was doing this.
Okay.
So he was surprised that someone was invited into the bedroom.
I see. Well,
so happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you.
But I can't hear you. Now I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I had turned my sound down.
One of the things, Lois, that people need to do here is when they do join the live stream, they have to turn off their YouTube feed.
Yes, I saw it.
So you did that, but sometimes.
Yeah, did you note I put it in a private chat to you, because I immediately got that echo.
Yeah, yeah. So that's part of the learning curve, and it's sometimes it's a fun part of the learning curve, because there's a delay, and we can start singing "Row, row, row your boat," and it's quite fun. So and so anyway, the point of this broadcast is to acquaint people in the building with this particular form of streaming, and I really like it. I've had a lot of fun with it. There's enough control that the person who's hosting has, so it can be limited to the people that are actually on the screen. And, I think it would be really, really fun to do something where, let's say, I know I'm using Piotr as an example because I know he's done this on YouTube on his channel. He teaches people how to paint with watercolor, or how to do perspective. And I think that, let's say I'm learning something about watercolor these days, or ink wash anyway. I think it might be fun to have
a live class.
Piotr on one side and me on the other side, where the camera is aiming down to our drawing, and where for visitors to the stream can see not so much how we're doing it right, but how differently we're doing it from each other.
Sure.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
It might be a fun demo.
And I've done these demos with a couple of other artist friends. We had 3 people, my friend Russell and a friend of ours via Instagram named Sally, and we were all drawing the same thing, and then just talking about philosophy and who knows what about drawing, but we could all see our drawings being worked on at the same time. Really, really quite fun. Now, what you can do, you're using what device are you using?
Oh, I'm on my laptop, so I can move around, but I can't really do it too.
You can't aim down.
I can't aim down. I'm not really set up for this, and this is the status of my studio at this point.
Okay, well, that looks like my studio, except.
I mean, so far we're so far behind. I've got as some people have told me, I have a lifetime to get moved in, but our primary focus has been trying to get a kitchen that's functional, which will be 2 floors down, multi-floor living.
Well,
but it's still all kind of such a work in progress. I haven't been able to do much art at all since we moved in. Really, this is the state of the living room.
The log room.
The log room, still full of boxes. We did get the bookcases moved into the library yesterday, which is really exciting. So the library now has more.
Am I going to have library envy too?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Because this huge bedroom. Oh, and it's very dark, isn't it?
That's okay.
Here's.
I'm going to let Chuck in. You just show us the library.
Okay.
I just want to. You'll see what it's like when we divide it into thirds now.
Okay. Yeah, and you probably don't want to do that.
What did I do? What did I do?
You
hold
went
on.
dark.
Yeah, I know. I went dark, and I can't figure out why.
I can sit in here. It's kind of warm enough in here.
Okay, hold on. Let me try this again. Chuck, add to stream. Okay. Chuck is now added to the stream. So what you see, Lois and Chuck, is that we now are, we're divided into thirds. So what you see on your screen, on your camera or whatever, you might think you're showing a panoramic view, but it's
But
actually,
you're not.
so
Yeah.
you have to sort of pay attention to
Who's
what
there?
you're doing. So I'm gonna,
And you
Chuck,
don't need me.
Chuck, I'm just gonna let Lois show us her library so I can have
Okay, so
library envy.
he's having library envy. So those bookcases are there's 5 of them that are tall.
Yeah.
They're super tall, and there are 5 of them, and then there are 5 of these that are short, but they only 6 will fit in here. So, and maybe only 5. And the books are all still in boxes. So we're way still far from. This is going to be Bill's music room.
Okay.
This is his music room, and that's the boxes of books.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well,
there you go.
You just, if you think you need more bookshelves, do the Jonathan McDowell routine of making a
the ones that roll.
Okay.
We don't really
Anyway.
need them though.
Anyway, thank you, Lois, for
Yep.
joining us. We're going to go back with Chuck.
Yes,
for a
you
moment.
guys go, and I will listen and
Okay.
and
Very
Hi,
be on
Lois.
board.
It's so nice to see
Hi,
you.
Charles.
How you doing out there on the farm?
Well, it's an adventure.
I
If you've
bet.
seen me on Facebook, you know we've been working on this kitchen too. So we now have a refrigerator and
Hey,
a part of a floor.
that's pretty
Good.
good.
There's my sink. There's my sink outside. You see,
But look at
I
all
can
that
see.
outside, Lois. That's
there's
crazy.
a lot of outside.
I
There's
have
my sink.
I have view envy now too. So
Yeah, this is gonna be my
Lois,
kitchen.
before I slit my wrists, I have to turn you off.
Cut me off. Do it.
No,
Do it.
no, no.
We'll talk later. Bye.
Bye.
There's plenty of room for all the
Removed from
visitors.
stream. Okay, Charles, I'm going to move my camera to be the front so we can have talking heads to begin with.
Yeah, I had to try to get
And,
myself settled. I laughed, of course, because
What are you in your why are you in your car?
because I forgot that I bought a 10 a.m. ticket to the ICA today.
Oh dear. Well,
No, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
That's okay. I was gonna suggest that you might sign on using your phone. So clearly you did.
I did.
You're not dragging your computer with you. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that Lois saw the comment. I don't know if anyone else is going to join us, but why don't you remind me why we're doing this again?
Well, part of it, I think, was because I so enjoyed chatting with you yesterday. And yes, it was an introduction to the StreamYard platform. And as usual, you know, I always get talking about the BAA. So suddenly we were like, oh, right, we'll do a morning show and invite artists to talk about the upcoming Somerville Open Studios if they're participating or not. You know, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
You know, it's been funny thinking about community at Brickbottom, having moved back in January and having everything closed down in March, and how we reconnect in person and in the hallways, out front.
Yes, it's hard. It's hard passing people in the hallways and staying 6 feet apart from each other.
I think we're at 3 feet now.
We're at 3 feet. Okay. Well, as long as I don't have to pass someone that looks like me, we're fine. If someone as big as me I meet in the hallway, one of us is going to have to back up. So
Good to know. I tend to, even though I'm round, I tend to think I'm small like a hobbit. So I can just like, ooh, I'll scoot right by.
yeah. Well, there's a hobbitness to you.
I've been working the gnome look for many years now.
The gnome look. That that's a look that works
That
for you.
definitely.
I think it works for you. I think the beard and mustache and stocking cap, and you're shorter
I'm
than I
winking,
am.
blinking, and nod. Yeah.
Okay, Lois, she's back here, but
Lois.
I'm not going to invite her in. I wish that there was a way. Maybe there is a way that I haven't figured out where we can have a voice in, but it doesn't take up the screen with a
Oh, right, because the screen gets segmented.
Yeah, I mean there is a way where I'll show you what I'm doing here. I can reduce the guests to
Right, as the host,
smaller
you can
size,
control that.
and so there's a way to do some of that, and but
Well,
what I
and
like,
Pierre, I'm on Zoom all the time for work, all the time, 8
yeah,
hours a day. And Zoom does have some of that potential. I'm not saying that to diss StreamYard, because I think the more platforms we can navigate, the better. It doesn't have to be all the platforms, but, a couple of them. Then it's important. But I know that Zoom has really got a lot of those capabilities so that you can
Sure.
be just audio. They've got the automatic captions, which I like.
Yeah, the thing that I'm not sure about how Zoom works, though, is whether they can be recorded for distribution later. And what I like about this is right now recording live on YouTube and will be there forever and ever.
Forever.
Or until I take it down or make it private. So as an archive, I mean, I'm imagining if the Brickbottom Art Association had a YouTube channel, there would be playlists. One would be artists showing their studios, and one could be artists debating with another artist. One could be artists showing demonstrations on how to do something, and you'd be able to, long after I'm gone and dead, you would be able to do something. Lois, I think, wants to come back and say something. Maybe not.
Sure. Please, Lois.
We'll invite her back. Add to stream.
Hi.
Lois,
No,
you're back.
I was just, I was coming in and out because I was trying to set up an account and figure it out, because at the side it says I can join, and I wasn't sure. So I was trying to set up an account.
Okay.
So now I'm logged in. I don't know what that means.
You're logged into StreamYard?
Yeah. I got it. I made myself.
Yeah. See, I didn't go for a StreamYard account because
you don't
connect to another account.
Yeah,
right.
You don't need to do that in order to do this, but it is.
Sure.
You might find it really, really fun because it's a way where you can. I mean, there was another account that was kind of like this. It was not about live. It was sort of like Skype for dummies, where you didn't have to. Like explaining to my father how Skype works and having him download a thing. It was just impossible. But through this app, and I don't even remember what it was called, but it was only me that needed to do that. All he had to do is press a button and his camera would turn on and he'd be talking to me. And so that's sort of what's nice about this.
Yeah, you don't have to.
If you click on the button, you don't have to be a StreamYard.
Yeah, it was super easy today, Pierre, on the phone. More complicated on my desktop, but on the phone today it was click, click, and I was in.
And you're there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't even know whether you have to. You don't have to have a YouTube account. Clearly, I think it's just it just pulls you into the StreamYard realm, and StreamYard is allowing me to broadcast this live on YouTube. Now I could have added Instagram, so my personal Instagram followers could be watching this too,
Oh yes.
and we don't want that to happen.
I don't know. Maybe.
but there are ways that this I can be live streaming to many different locations.
Platforms. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
And I have only done it with YouTube, and so and then once it's on YouTube and once it's in my realm, sometimes as I'm chatting with people, people forget that anyone in the world is going to see this thing, and they say things that they maybe shouldn't say. And they will say, "Pierre, could you please delete that video?" And I will. I'll just take it down, or I'll make it private or something. So that's something, again, that the BAA may need to ponder, whether they want to make these things fully visible by anyone in the planet, or whether you have to be emailed a link to see it or something. There might be a way to have it be levels of public, maybe.
Yeah, we got the YouTube channel now, so where there's a presence. It's not really populated. And what was interesting is that there was a lot of good Brickbottom videos. I guess Chris Engels
made
a whole bunch.
One of me.
And those are really good.
Yeah, Chris Engels did it, and so did Bryn Mawr. Bryn Mawr did it, and I've certainly done a number of them that are about a show in the gallery.
Yeah.
And so I suspect that maybe the BAA YouTube page could include either links to certain things that they think would work well with them.
Well, for sure. Sure.
So I think it's a good thing,
because it's multiple things, but the YouTube channel will give a video streaming platform, live and pre-recorded, and some of it, I agree, is stitching it together to other links. But like, I liked Chris's films a lot, and I'm sure he would give permission for Brickbottom to sort of grab those and then push them out through the platform.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he would.
Oh, I'm sure he would. Yeah.
I mean, but I think what would be sort of fun is for the board, of which you are the member.
I'm not officially on.
You're not an official member. You are
I'm a shadowy
can we just
figure.
call you the voice of reason?
I'm just a shadowy figure.
Can we call you the power behind the throne? Can we?
No. I'd need a lot more power for that to happen. But anyway,
Felice always refers to her as the prime minister of Lady Bird Day, because she's the power behind the throne. And
I like the use of the word ministers. I think it's
okay.
Administers.
But I think that there should be, maybe each of the board members, have access to be the host of these things.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe one would be in charge of, I mean, I don't, this is the thing that I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm the host, so I have to have my face in this. I could remove me and let other people talk.
Yeah.
But there has to be a humanoid to be in charge of selecting who's going to be in the thing and who isn't on the live thing. So, and it might be I might just decide that anyone can watch and anyone can comment, but I'm only going to have two people, and we're going to be doing this kind of drawing. And that has value by itself, certainly.
Right.
But someone, again, to operate the Brickbottom one needs to know the codes and the whatevers for that to happen.
Yeah, I think the new board is still sort of wrestling with its identity and its job. But what I do like is that it's it's a good bunch. Part of it is, again, is pulling in people beyond the board, reliance upon the 6 or 7 people to do. Capacities vary, so
Well, I think that there are people like me who
yes,
are
I'm
happy
listening
to happy to do certain things. I know that Chris Engels, for example, wanted to do a morning radio program.
Oh, really?
Years ago, and it never got off the ground because of I don't know what. But he had this radio set up.
And I wonder what he's got down on the Cape now.
And he was going to wheel the cart around to someone's studio and then interview them, and people could listen live. But this is newer technology and smaller technology, and you don't need the big fancy toolbox anymore. You can do it with your
It's
$10
right. It's supposed
phone.
to be from the comfort of our own homes,
or
all
your
the
own
tools
car,
at our fingertips,
or your car, or
or my car, right?
or Lois and Bill's bedroom with
Yeah.
He was there, going to be in the picture. I have bedroom envy too, but you have your studio, Lois, is in your bedroom.
No, it's opposite. So the room that we set up that I showed you as our bedroom is actually the bathroom to the master suite. And it was so huge that we said, okay, bathroom function is all at one end, except that there's this huge bathtub, which we're going to take out. But there was no.
What's wrong with why are you taking out a huge bathtub?
Well, because it takes up room, and we need to rearrange.
Lois,
it takes forever to fill the bathtub.
Lois, you can land a helicopter in your house.
Yeah. But so the room that is our bedroom is 20 feet long by about 15 feet wide, and it's got this bathtub in it, and it's got, at one end it has a toilet and a sink and a shower, and we're going to build a wall around that. Right now we're just using folding screens for some privacy, and the other end we put our bed, and there's this bathtub, which is we're not likely to use it because one thing, we have a well, and the water we turned the water on, and it was so slow that it would take you an hour and a half to fill it. Okay. But the bedroom in the master suite, which is opposite it, is 20 by 20. And that's where I put my studio, because it has a beautiful window. Yeah. So that's where my studio is.
Very good.
Anyway, more explanation than you needed.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I just think, I can't wait for your first real life party.
I know, I can't either.
Yeah, we'll helicopter in. We'll just land on the party. Lois, I'm going to say goodbye and see if anyone else wants to join in.
Yes, please do.
So say goodbye to Bill and thank him for us seeing him in his boudoir. In his negligee. Okay, bye.
Bye.
So so the control again. I have the control of letting people in and taking people out. Again, it's something where I can change the size ratio of a guest that's just talking versus a guest that's actually maybe drawing or doing something that needs to be seen larger.
I had when we chatted about this, I was all excited to do this from my phone, but at my drawing desk, just because but I was like, oh, look at this message from the ICA. Oh, right. I bought tickets. Right. I'm sneaking in during the grandpa hours, and I already forgot.
The grandpa hours. Oh, dear.
The senior quiet. No, I guess it's member time here. That's what the ICA calls it. Member time.
I'm going to do something here that is going to drive people crazy.
Okay, good. I mean,
But
what?
but we'll see how it works here. Look at that.
Now I'm living in one of my collages.
Is this a fantasy truck being in a pure sandwich?
The mirroring effect of yeah, identity and personality.
Okay, I'll get rid of me. Sorry, but there is a way where you can. There are stream people that I deal with where they do have two cameras. They have a camera on their talking head, and they also have a
Yeah,
camera going down. But you don't. They're set up where they don't have that echo
right. If you
issue.
turn the sound off of one of the machines,
It
you
might
won't get that
work
reverb.
that way.
Right.
So
I've
again,
seen
it's
that in
something.
the modeling drawing class I
Yeah,
go to sometimes. Yeah.
So I think that, for example, an artist could have a camera with a tripod behind them, maybe a longer view of them working at the canvas, and then one aiming right down at the colors being mixed or things like that might be fun.
Well,
So
and I thought that part of it is who has equipment, tripods and cameras, et cetera, et cetera. We also know that some content doesn't have to be like super produced.
no, it
It has
doesn't.
to be real and just needs to be real.
Yeah.
I
I've made a bunch of tripods or
for those things.
holder for my phone using two wire hangers and some tape, and it holds the phone perfectly well above the desk parallel to the surface.
Nice.
And I just tape the legs down so they don't fall, because I also have a table that's tilted. And then I lift one of the legs up. Imagine it's a wire dog and it's going to take a pee. I lift one of the legs up, the leg that is closest to my right hand, and then I'm not disturbed by any contraption. Oftentimes, tripods that you buy for iPhones are meant to look at your face. They're not meant to look at your desk
Other things
straight down. So there's ways that I've worked. Another thing I did, I'll just show you here. Let me change the camera. What I did one time is I had a smaller sort of cabinet with drawers that I got from Marshall's for my dad for his pills and his medicine and his wallet and checkbook. And you just put the phone in that, sort of shut it, and it's parallel to the table. And it's close enough to you where I can see down to the so I can see what I'm drawing. So it's actually can you see what I'm doing here? I don't even know. Were you able to see what I was doing? Chuck? Hello.
Oh. Turning myself off. So
how did you turn yourself? Did you hear me as I was describing that? I don't know if my sound.
No, that was it. Was like a cliffhanger at the key moment.
Yeah.
But you were describing something. I
disappeared. Yeah. What I did was I had a thing that looked like that. It was just a thing of drawers, a cube of drawers, and I just shoved the camera hanging out, cantilevered out, aiming down at my desk, and I was able to see. My eyeball was above this, and I was able to see what I was doing. So it's
nice.
It's really easy to create them for this purpose, and I've done it a number of times. What I'm using right now, let's see if I can show you. I'm using this iPad holder arm.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that can work. So let me go back to the front camera. So, Grandpa, the Grandpa hours at the ICA, you're going to go there now, right?
Yeah, I mean, part of it is I have the honor and the privilege to work still, and I'm working remotely, and I work with cultural institutions, but I'm not under the state. There's no official visits, no travel whatsoever. I'm purely remote. But I like to go out, and the ICA has opened recently, and I've been remote and I've had half a shot. Lord, I've been remote. So I want to check it out. I know there's probably not a lot, but even to sit in the room with the visitors, which I know is playing, will make me very, very happy. Are you familiar with it? It's a great piece. It's the large screen recordings of musicians in a big house in, I'm not quite sure where. I don't think it's America, but it might be upstate New York. I think they're Icelandic. And it's a beautiful auditory. And because the screens are so larger than almost human size.
Okay.
And it's really a beautiful sort of sanctuary that they have built there with this piece. So even that will make me happy for a little bit.
Okay. I don't know who all is watching yet. Still, Deborah texted me saying she's watching, but I don't know whether she is still watching or not. I thought we would have dozens of people typing in things like "Pierre, do you own a comb?" or whatever else they would be saying. It was nice seeing Lois, of course, but is this something that, I mean, I would be happy to play the role of the Brickbottom host for the Brickbottom channel to begin with, if you think that the board would like that. I have a little tiny bit of knowledge about what I'm doing here, so I'm happy to start the ball rolling.
I like the idea a lot, and I'm happy to, especially if it's early. I like early, and
I mean, early's
I'd
nice.
be happy to kick that along.
Yeah, early's nice to do this kind of talk, to do something that maybe, let's say, someone wanted to demonstrate some artistic technique or talk about their drawings or paintings or artwork with one or two other people. I think that might have to wait till we get more coffee and food in us or something.
Well, but even if the conversation is more chill than that, because it is a coffee chat in the morning.
In the morning, yeah.
If I had gone to the ICA yesterday, I'd be wanting to talk about some of the pieces that I saw.
Okay.
If I had wandered through the gallery downstairs, I might be wanting to talk about something that I saw. Yeah. So the opportunity to talk about all sorts of things is what makes that coffee chat so easy.
Well, maybe one of the things that you might like is, let's say you do the morning chat show. You're the host of the morning thing, and it happens 2 times a week or whatever. And then maybe another person could be in charge of lining up maybe 2 or 3 artists that are all maybe drawing.
Well, see, I want to take you up on this, Pierre, this ability for you to create a little consistent video content. And if it was lining up artists to talk about skill sets, if it's a morning coffee show, which I agree makes me laugh because it would be so easy, and I would, I would so totally do it. And there may be other ideas, but I like the idea of getting something started. Because so there is a comms committee, and I think that's the group that I want to sort of pull together, and I want to invite you to it. We can do it on the StreamYard, I think, but I am still a Zoom guy.
Okay. Well, I think this sounds fun, and I I think the sooner we do it, that we start it and we advertise it in our newsletters and we um, do it, get a couple more under our belt so that when we do the virtual Somerville Open Studios thing,
Yeah.
this can be, we'll have the bugs worked out of it from the host point of view, and we'll also maybe have an audience of 10 or 12 regulars that might, maybe they're all Brickbottom residents, but that's a way to start,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I have some Brickbottom time this afternoon because I've done all my other tours. Yesterday, I went to the Wicked Queer social event, the Wicked Queer Film Festival on the platform Gather, which is
Okay.
sort of like, it's so strange, the little screen heads on top of animation bodies.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, the kids these days.
Were the bodies generic, or could you pick?
They were pretty generic. You had choices, but not enough for me. I couldn't find myself in the avatars.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I once was some friends of mine got some sort of Apple product workout app or something. I don't know what it was. Something that you hook up to your TV.
Okay.
And so there was this program where you would do downhill skiing, and you stand on this platform and you move away from the tree or whatever it was. So I picked an avatar, and someone actually picked it for me, or I was picking it. So I picked the hair, gray hair, glasses, beard, and I picked a body, and I stood on this thing, and the body suddenly got fatter. Fuck you.
That's so rude. That is so rude.
I picked the wrong body. Oh my God.
Oh, that's so great. That's so great.
Anyway, well, I think that this has been 52 minutes and 42 seconds. So I started 20 minutes early just to get it going.
Yeah, and I should get myself going, but I really do like this idea, Pierre. So,
well, let's talk when you get back.
Yeah, I'll talk. When I get back, I'll give you a call.
And if you could do this, if you could maybe make an executive decision with the other board members about saying, we promise not to
slander the BAA.
Slander the BAA, but if you could get the password or whatever you need for the
for the
YouTube thing, StreamYard is free for 20 hours a month or something. Otherwise, it's $10. Now, I don't know what other limitations it gives you. Maybe you have a watermark that says StreamYard, or maybe it isn't recorded.
I like the idea of a watermark for the BAA. That's nice. Anyway.
Okay. Well, anyway, so but it would be good to start this sooner than later.
Yeah.
And we can be very careful about what we say and what we do, as to not cause trauma to the other neighbors that we have. But and then maybe we know, kind of, having done two of them, we know what the morning show is like,
right?
Which is chat, and it can be more pointed than it is. And I think it's also nice for a host, I've found out that it's nice to tell a couple of people that you want to have on the program, to let them know that you're going to do this and get them on board.
Yeah.
Because there are sometimes when I broadcast for myself, the people that I think are automatically going to show up have another thing to do in their life. And so to have it be somewhat populatable, so that you're not just a single head waiting for people to show up.
Right.
So
2, 3, 4. Yeah. No, I think this could really work. And I know, like I said, we've got the got a YouTube, gain access to that. And I agree with you, starting sooner rather than later, which is why I was like,
Yeah.
I do have a good free afternoon to think about the BAA and
Yet
what's
there's
going
one
on.
other there's one other thing too that I forgot. When I click broadcast,
Yeah,
I could make it be private. I mean, I can make it so it's just being recorded to YouTube. It's not live. It's just the two of us or whoever it is. We're talking, and then when I when I'm done and say goodbye, I can then make it public. So
gotcha.
it doesn't have to be boring all the time. You could, if you're the only person there and you think, oh God, this is going live, you can just
Not go live.
not go live to begin with.
Right.
And there's ways to, later on in YouTube to edit things and re-upload them and all that kind of stuff. But that requires editing, and my brain doesn't do that. I don't know how to edit. I don't know if you've noticed that about me. I don't know how to take anything out or throw anything away.
Yeah,
I don't.
I'm not really the editor either. I understand the skill and I believe in it. For others,
I can crop. I can take out the beginning and the end and the front, but everything else is way too complicated. Let me just find out if anyone else is in there. There's 4 people watching.
Oh, good.
See
Hello.
see if anyone else wants to join in. If you do, I'm going to have you click this, edit, paste. Now, the people that are talking are the people that are watching live right now. They may be my fans from.
Well, I would imagine you have quite a few here.
I have a lot of them are pen collector people, but they're often too the spouses of pen collector people, and there are artists and calligraphers in this group as well. But I did warn them this morning when I did my broadcast that I was doing this for in-house stuff.
Right.
So,
well, this is a little bit of a theme, but this is good.
Okay.
What time is it? Should I be thinking about the ICA
Lois is back.
event?
Lois is back. Okay. So Chuck,
Lois.
I'm going to say goodbye to you and say hello to Lois again. And you, when you get back, give me a text and we'll talk about this and see if you can get the
I like the idea
BAA
of scheduling something before you dump me and welcome Lois. What does Lois think about
what does Lois think about this? I will add her to the stream.
Well, I think it's great. I think you could. In fact, Chuck, you could go in the ICA and you could be there sharing. If you wanted.
It's true.
I mean,
it's true.
That's one of the things you could do. Yeah, I think it's a cool idea.
Okay.
And the board has at least a couple of people who are perfectly capable of doing the edits. I mean, we've got
that's not my
we've got technical folks who do that.
The editing can. I think it's right now. It's more important to get the content.
Yes,
first.
yes, absolutely.
So the first 3 or 4 or 5 videos that we do put on the thing might be a little. Maybe they're designed to be short and quick. Others might be a little too long-winded and need to be trimmed. But to actually then be more sophisticated to edit it, that would be fine. And
I agree. I am going to tail off, but I wanted to hear what Lois thought about
Charles,
the videos. Thank you, Pierre. Really nice to see you, Lois.
Enjoy the show.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Have
fun. Bye. So now it's just we two. So you're using your tablet or what? I forget.
No, I'm on my laptop.
Laptop. That's right. Okay. Well, next time this happens, Lois, try signing on using your iPhone or your iPhone.
Yeah.
Because then you can aim the camera down at your desk or whatever as you're,
if I'm doing anything. Right now I'm not, so.
Well, but anyway, it would be fun. So
right. And I've done that with Zoom meetings and Zoom creative events. I've done and I've signed on twice with my phone and my laptop, so I could set my phone up on the,
Good.
I've done that.
The one thing that StreamYard does require you to learn how to do is it's not a mirror image. When I do this, I don't see my head going the
Right.
direction that I
You have
think
to
it's
learn which
going.
direction.
So
Right.
it's a little bit weird that way, but once you get used to it, and it's only weird when you're doing the talking head part. It's not weird
Right.
when you're looking down at
Right.
the
It's what you need, because if you
it's
write
what
something, you don't want it inverted.
you don't want.
And you
So
can turn that in Zoom anyway. You can turn that off, and I often do. So I'm kind of used to this.
I don't know whether there's a way that I can do that here, but anyway,
That's cool. Anyway,
yes, well, good. And try out StreamYard at your end, just seeing how it works,
yeah,
and see if you like it. And because the more people that can host, even if it isn't via the Brickbottom
right,
YouTube
right.
page, if you're doing something yourself that's art related, where
And
you're
yeah, I
talking
can
to
share
other
it with you
people,
about 'em. Yeah,
that are connected in some way to what you're doing artistically, you
yeah,
could still post it on
yeah, yeah.
the BAA page, I guess.
That'll be cool.
Okay.
Well, thank you for setting this up. I'll
Okay.
talk to you soon.
I'll see if anyone
Okay.
else wants to join us. Bye.
Bye.
There are a lot of buttons here, and one of them is banned from studio, and it's way at the bottom, so I shouldn't ever press that by mistake. But if there's a button to be pressed by mistake, I'm the one that'll do it. I know Lois is still watching. Is anyone else want to come on board here? Otherwise, I'm going to call it a day. And because this is being recorded, it is watchable by anyone for the rest of time until I remove it, which is perfectly fine. I may do that at some point. But I think I'll leave this on for a while so that other Brickbottom artists in residence can see that three of us can do it easily. And maybe if we three can do it, so too can you. So I'm going to go draw that broken building again in the fog. I have a few more pieces of paper. Maybe I'll try actual watercolor rather than just ink wash. So I've got people to see, things to do. It's a cat litter to buy. So I better do it. See you later. Bye, everyone.